Okay, so I made a game, but I kept having to leave and dealing with a lot of stuff. So hopefully this time around the recording can be a lot more smooth without interruptions. So I'm gonna go ahead and start up the game. This is early access, but this is Serum. It's kind of a survival. Just gonna leave everything on default, but it's a survival game. It's pretty cool.
Hello? Adam?
Hi, sweetheart. I'm already at the airport. We'll leave any minute now.
Did they at least tell you where you're going?
You won't believe it. We're going to the corporate lab on Madamus. I'll call you when I'm there. Hug Chris for me. Bye.
I'm worried about you. Everybody knows that a tester's work is dangerous. You shouldn't have taken this job.
Come on, sweetheart. I'll be all right. Besides, we don't have much of a choice. This is the only way to earn some cash for Chris's treatment. Hi there, champ.
Daddy! I played soccer today. I even scored a goal.
Fantastic. It's a shame I couldn't see it.
When are you coming back?
Soon, son. Soon.
I can't wait to see you again.
I know, sweetheart, me too. Fortunately, I'm leaving today, right after the surgery.
Surgery? Something's wrong?
No, everything's fine. They need to replace my timer, that's all. Don't worry, I'll be home tomorrow.
Where am I? Shit. I don't have much time.
Completely flipped the script on me. 2 minutes.
He's got the serum. Damn. Good. I hope it works. Hello? Is there anybody out there? Hello, Richard.
Who are you? Identify yourself.
Adam Oh, fuck!
What happened?
My arms! Something strange is happening to them.
You are experiencing the first symptoms of the infection.
What infection?
I don't have time to explain. Look around. The central node building should be nearby. Can you see it?
Yes, it's in front of me.
Good. Inside you'll find a device with a yellow DNA symbol. It's an absorber. You'll need to connect it to your timer. This way you'll cleanse your organism.
But...
Stop wasting your time. Do as I say. Then use the radio to call me back.
I think that's the thing he was talking about. All right. So what should I do?
First of all, take the serum regularly. It'll protect you from the blight.
Where can I find it?
You'll need to produce it yourself.
How?
3 aspects are its most important ingredients. You'll find them in everything that lives. Unfortunately, that's not all. You'll need plants or even animals as well. Steve had his formula. Find it and gather the ingredients. Then use the device that should be right next to the absorber. It's a fabricator that converts organic matter into purified serum. Shit. I need to hang up.
So I'll be reading all of these notes once I gather all of them. There are like 9 total, and they're not in order. So I'm gonna grab all these and then I'll read them out. Does not look like much is spawned around here this time around. Maybe there's something over by the snake, the blue snake. That's the snake. Oh, there we go.
I already have some of the ingredients. What happened? Why did you hang up back then?
Corporate security started to track us. I managed to jam their signal, but next time I may not be so lucky. We need to keep talking to a minimum.
Sure, you're the boss.
Questions?
What is this place, Richard? Where am I?
It's Ground Zero, an area contaminated with a mutagen. This is where all the cable car lines cross each other. The central node building will be your home for a while now. You better learn as much as you can about the layout and the equipment of the rooms. When you're ready, use the radio to call me. I'll tell you what to do next.
Richard, I did what you told me. What now?
You need to come to my lab in the canyon. It's the only safe place.
How do I get there?
In Ground Zero, you'll find gates to sectors known as biomes. The problem is, the entrance to the canyon is blocked. You'll have to use the cable car. Unfortunately, it needs to be activated first.
Oh, can't be too easy, can it? What do I do?
First of all, you'll need to find Steve's access card. It should be somewhere in the node.
I already have it.
You're not wasting your time. Good. Now you'll need to power up the cable car. You'll find the generator in the station building.
And what next?
One thing at a time. Do what I said. Then I'll tell you what's next.
I'd rather you... Hello? Richard? Oh, prick.
Getting a little bit ahead of myself.
Richard, come in. I turned on the power. What do I do with the access card now?
Find a card reader in the cable car cockpit. Put the card inside it.
That didn't work.
It will work when you start up the cable car stations in the forest and swamp biomes. It's like a system of interconnected vessels. That's how you'll power up the canyon gate. By the way, you'll obtain a means of transport between biomes. You already know how to activate stations. You'll need power and access cards that belongs to the biome engineers. You'll have to find them.
I'll be damned. That's all?
No. The canyon gate is only opened with a special code. For security reasons, it has been divided into two parts and linked with biome engineers' DNA. Each engineer has only one part of the code. All parts need to be retrieved from their timers.
So, whether I like it or not, I need to find these friggin' engineers.
What's left of them, more probably. Biomes are contaminated with the mutagen. A couple of years ago, the serum essence was released into the environment due to an accident. Most employees died instantly. Some survived, only to change into mindless monsters shortly afterward. Since then, the biomes are sealed off.
And I'm supposed to get in there?
You are one of the few who have immunity. The mutagen won't kill you. It won't permanently alter your DNA structure either. At most, it will make your life a little bit more difficult.
I'm not particularly fond of things that make my life more difficult.
I'm beginning to regret saving your ungrateful ass. Do you want to survive?
Yes.
Then do what I say and go to the biomes.
1 second.
What will I find there?
It's difficult to predict. Be ready for anything. The survivors lived in safe zones known as refuges. They had absorbers and fabricators there. You'll be able to use them.
And these engineers, how do I find them?
You'll need to search the biomes they managed. Get in touch with me when you enter the biomes. I'll tell you where to look for them.
1 second. Okay. Had to grab my food. Over there. Alright. So now I should have access to that battery, or that gate. Also, Richard seems kind of like a dick, in my opinion. But okay. The next little like
There,
stop
Richard?
area I get to.
I went through the gate
check
marked with the Roman #1.
I'll check those notes.
It's a woodland biome, a forest. You'll find the remnants of the fauna research station there. Todd Bachman was a biome engineer.
Where should I look for him?
Start at the refuge, then search the station building. Call me when you find him. And one more thing. Look for formulas. The survivors learned how to produce various types of the serum. They called them stimulars, and they used them to obtain skills that may prove useful to you as well. Good luck.
So we got that. I do need lots of these. Just in case I have to make the regular serum again.
Dead.
So now we have John's notes to go over as well. Do it here. I am trying to get by on as little serums as I can. Just for now. We might run around. So these purple ones get rid of only our negative effects, the stuff that gives us wildness, that made our infection sprout up. So we got a serum formula, spear, different. Waters. I see, so that tether ability that I had, which I was kind of, that's what I was kind of worried about, is I've lost it because I've already ran out of the serum's timer. What am I doing on weight? We're pretty full, so we'll check again around the outside of this building and then we'll head back to our base. We need those mandibles. That is a chance to get that. Nightshade as well. I think we're good to head back pretty much. Some small things to grab here and there. So right now we're over encumbered. But it's fine. It's fine. Not worried about it. I'm not over encumbered enough to where I can't run. We just reset our timer not too long ago, so we only got like a 3-minute booster there. Oh, yeah, there's that guy. I guess we'll take this guy out. Be taking those. So now that we've got him kind of learned and in our notes, I believe they're actually weak to slash. I believe those little, like the thing I fought up here, little mole rat thing that spits stuff at you. I'm pretty sure these guys, or I guess his body's going to be gone now, but I'm pretty sure these guys are, they're weak to piercing, which is that spear blueprint we found. Like I said, I kind of got a little bit past this, but I just had a lot of interruptions, and I figured I would restart the game and try to do another recording from the beginning this time around. So I have some knowledge and made some mistakes that I know to avoid now. I know how to work around. So. Okay, we are back. We are a little bit overloaded, but that's okay. We are going to recycle all of our scrap. That's giving us metal down here. And need perfume for anything. We shouldn't need rags. Shouldn't need. Well, yeah, we will need a blanket. And I hope they make it to where it's like more just like a slot thing rather than a weight thing. I don't understand why you can only put a certain amount of weight in these things, but that's just how it is right now. So yes, let's see. We want to need gasoline and vinegar for that. Need car parts for that. So we can run out and get car parts. I do have a serum, which will give me another 5 minutes. So I'll go ahead and use that now. Because it is additive, so it adds on to what you do have. I didn't know that, like, when I first was playing, I didn't know that was like, you only have a cap and whatnot, so. But that should be plenty of time for me to go grab some car parts and run back. So what it wants me to do is follow the car line over there, and then we'll learn a few things. We'll learn we'll need to make a different serum, for one. And then we'll also learn that we have to fight some new things. But before I get that far, I would like to attempt to make some upgrades, so that way I'm not as struggling as much as it was. I died probably like 5, 6, 7 times, so I kind of know what to mess with. I don't recall how many notes we needed, or how many car parts we needed. There is a dove. We got 5 minutes. We should have time to get the vehicles up here. Let's not see him. Uniform as well, which will come in handy later for different crafting.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I can't search any of these. I should have 20 by now. I'm actually overloaded right now, so I can take this all. Drop some rags. That's good there. We'll have to come back for our loot explosion here. stop is that what do you call it? That road there. Avoid this smoke there. We don't want to take damage any more than we already have. Especially since we don't know. I mean, I could recycle the bandages we have and try to learn the blueprint that way, but I've learned how to get or where that blueprint is last time I was playing, so that's what I'm going to aim for, is trying to get the blueprint itself and not be what's the word? Not be just learning everything through recycling it. Made it back with a minute 30 to spare. We need vinegar for this. Hard drive for that. And we can upgrade our small container. Might as well. Here. We will be recycling. I can take 2 recycle right now because we still need these components for upgrades. So I can recycle that. Okay. So now we come here. It's a level 2, but also so we've learned. We should know that. I don't know. That might be a bug. It being early access, because we're not supposed to know that until we get closer to the main objective. So if I can. Oh right, we didn't upgrade it to level 2. Okay. So we're gonna make a few of these for now, just because I need to. We needed vinegar for this, right? Yes. So now we're gonna go try to find some vinegar. And get our wildness up pretty close to the max there. If we look, see our arm. Yeah, looking pretty gnarly there. So basically, I'm assuming once you get your wildness, you either lose health or you just die instantly. Because you come, basically what we saw was like a zombie looking thing. They were affected to the wildness is what they call it in this game. So we'll stop by that first set, that first kind of laboratory building we found, and we will yeah, so these go back, like the plants grow back fast, the animals spawn back a little bit slower, which is good for several reasons that we'll come across later. Now there is a crate here. Or no, maybe I'm thinking... might be thinking of... might be thinking of the other... We're going to use this to get rid of our wildness, but still continue to have the effect of our timer. So if the one that we have at our base will get rid of all the effects. We start off completely fresh. That's what I was looking for. So meaning we'll be back down to like a 2-minute timer. this to do this, and we'll go up here. That. The only issue with these is it takes some time, which does buy into your timer because you have to wait for it. But maybe we can find some vinegar in this, and then we can get that upgrade. No cigar. That's okay. So I want to say that I've gotten everything out of here. Just grab a stick. I think I got the stick and not the plant there. Well, that's fine. We don't need that. At least I haven't seen a reason for it yet. Okay. And the more stuff we craft, or serums that we craft, we get it's like a leveling system. So we get a level, or we get levels, and those levels turn around and allow us to make different serums or combine serums. So we are back. Search this one. Is our explosion of loot. So these I'm not too concerned with getting or picking back up right now. They're heavy, but they're nice. But what we want is vinegar. I gotta make this quick. Finding mouthwash. On the can recipe. Okay, so I think that's all we can get in here. But now there's some stuff here. There's one vinegar, a perfume. Yeah. Oh, that hits. Okay, I didn't think that would hit. Come on, one vinegar is on. Nope. Nails. Gasoline blueprint. Mouthwash blueprint. Let's go down there. have 2 minutes though. I think I'm out of time here. I'll have to come back and check that crate. Yeah, we are out of time. There we go. This will be close. Now we have 3 minutes. I thought I said we had 2. That's fine. This actually gives us a little more breathing room. So we've upgraded our crafting bench. I think my primary goal for this session anyway is to get this fabricator up and going, or at least upgraded. So if we can just find one more vinegar, we will be golden. So now that we're here, we'll grab that workbench, because that works better on those rats anyway. Get rid of those. I don't have any scrap. Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's get rid of these heavier items. We have 1 vinegar. We'll skip that. I'll craft maybe 3 more of these. We'll craft. Say they give you 20 wildness, so we'll do 1, 2, 3. We'll do 4. We'll clear ourselves at the building again. At the gas station, we gotta go back for that crate anyway, so we'll go to that gas station, clear our wildness. And then... I don't think I really did much looking up here. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, we got a plant. It's gonna be good for our farm. At the base, we need, I think, 2 for the first upgrade. Okay. Here. Do a little looks. Look around. Here. Yeah. Shoot, we did not get vinegar. That's okay. We have plenty of time this time around. We will find it. We will find some. I know we have bandages up here. Okay. I think. I know there's a place we can go. Here. I'm just not sure how much of a good idea it is to go this way now. Nothing there, nothing there. What is he doing?
Dead.
Still nothing, huh? Alright, this time we gotta jump some stuff. That should be. We can always come back. We'll have to actually come back later.
Dead.
I know it's coming.
I hate rats.
I have to be careful because this guy did come out on me one time. Yeah, there he is over there. There he goes. Let's leave him. He's not supposed to be over here. Keep an eye on that. these guys are more weak to piercing damage. That's why we need the spear. But I'm trying to avoid making it right now if I don't have to. Good amount of batteries here. With bandages, that's good. I don't know if we'll be able to find any vinegar here, if I'm being honest. Lots of mouthwash. Avoid getting closer to that fight, I will. Don't do that.
Gotcha.
There's a chest that he is guarding, so maybe we try it. And plenty of heals. Well, got a little anything down here.
Still breathing. He's stuck right now? I think we got him stuck. We did it. You're taking that. I don't think we need these at all, actually, right now. It actually helps a lot on progress as well. Use up quite a bit of bandages, but it's okay. Another one, or is it the rabbit? Just don't want to get hit on. That should be good. Oh, there's one here. I stunned it or something earlier and it just stayed. Interesting. Oh. There we go.
hopefully we can find some vinegar in that. If not, I'm not sure. Down to 4 minutes, we're gonna have to hurry. We're pretty far from that gate. Yeah, it's not vinegar, but that's fine. Fish we took. I think actually I left myself. Yeah, left myself one there just to be safe. Gonna save some energy. In case we run into something and have to block. Yep. I don't necessarily want to fight him. Not seeing any more of that mushroom or whatever it is either, so I'm not gonna bother with it. We'll turn around. They're territorial. If I can't find it here, it's gotta be, or if I can't find it here, then I know there will be some. Dang, he is actually committing. Okay. I know I can find some on my side of the gate. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and go get that, I guess, on our side of the gate. Alright, forget about you. Yeah, this first upgrade is very much needed. I don't think I can go anywhere over there because of the mist right now. I think this is going to be just it's not that bad. But we can get that for a shortcut later on. I didn't see that earlier when I was like running by. What is this? Did I not grab this the first time? Or did I not complete it? Yeah, I should have completed. Okay. It is just glitched. They don't usually reshut like that. About to be overloaded, so we can't really put too much more. These are what's going to be our bread and butter though. mouthwash. What's this say? We haven't found a blueprint for vinegar yet. Percent availability left. Still doing good. Still holding strong. We did go from like 30 to 40 bandages down to 20 though, so could work on getting better and not as greedy with my hits. Okay, let's go ahead and get close enough to that to do some recycling. Or did I drop all my scrap iron out of that? Do we have any rags left? We do. The rest we want to keep. There, store that, that's heavy. Yeah, see, I hate that it's a weight thing. We can take all these plants out. See, we're still stuck at like the 112-ish area, so. But we need, oh, we need 2 vinegar. Ooh, that might be a little rough. Now we have construction unlocked. So you get like experience for crafting on here, which I'm not really appreciating that I'm having to use so much my resources crafting this first one, just because we came the other way, so here, rock pillar. Pretty sure this is, yeah, this is where I came. Also trying to find that Amarillo, blue Amarillo, whichever. I think that's where we found this one. It's blocked. This leads to another gate, which I have not been through, so I have no idea what lies past 2, but we can open it while we're here. So that should be open by the time we get back. Actually, I guess we could check in the gate, see if there's vinegar just right there inside. No, there should be a bandage, maybe. Bandages. That's a can. I don't know what's going to need that right now. Serum vial. Toolbox is not going to hold vinegar, but we'll take that. We'll come back for any smaller items later. But yeah, I've not peeked inside 2 yet, so I have no idea what awaits us in there. More cosmetic issues, I think, yeah. Maybe let's not go get ourselves stuck. I don't think we don't have a unstuck ordeal, so we just have to wait for a serum to go down and then die, which I don't really want to deal with that. I haven't gotten stuck on anything yet, or had to deal with that yet, but I'd rather not. Because we'd be waiting 7 minutes just for the light to take effect. I know there's like little stuff like this around here that we can get some materials from. No vinegar in that, sadly. I may just have to this side of the wall, I guess. Whatever. Might just be SOL. I only need one more though, so that is good. So we came from there, I believe. Yeah, so that goes back down the tunnels. This is all just kind of dead end. Well, there is 3, but I don't think we can get there from here. Just a sneaking suspicion. There's some stuff here. Looks like. Ah, there we go. Last vinegar we needed. That's good right there. Good stuff right there. Okay. I think we're good now. Yeah. That's good for now. You can always do small scavenger runs, like, you know, do like cleanup runs later. I think if we absolutely need to. But for the most part, it looks like everything is, for the most part, craftable in this game. Like, we'll be able to learn how to make vinegar and how to make all that. So.
Here we go.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, if I go here, upgrade, it costs this much, which is fine, but it takes down how much wildness it gives us, it increases our duration, and there it goes. Now it only costs that. That's the only thing it needs to make. So, big upgrades. We do need that, but we need this for that. And to do that, we need to recycle stuff like this. What do we have? We have get rid of some of that. That's good for it, it looks like. Trying to, at least for the most part, keep a decent amount of something. So what we need spirit. What gives us some spirit? Which is the triangle. These two. Now, which, go ahead and craft one now. So, protect against the blight and gives us tether. So that's how you upgrade those. We need body parts. And use up that last one. Not that. That's fine. I'll keep it. I was thinking about wiping the effects and making the actual ones worth keeping or having. That's okay. So now we're gonna go.
That's it.
And we're out of rags. And healing herbs. That's what we need rags for. But we can make plenty of those. Just like not to right now if I can, because there's plenty in the world. I was thinking about getting this because they give you spirit, mind, body, and all that jazz. But see. Vinegar for that. Not really worried about the durability. You have to deal damage with it. Alright, very nice. So now I'm going to use that tether. I'm going to go run and give you these points with it that I know of. Maybe, I don't know. That could be enough time? 11 minutes? 11 minutes, yeah. We can do that. So there's the one under the bridge. And there's, I think, 3 or so up to the left. I know of. That will have, I believe, the bandage blueprint, which will be nice. First, we'll go over there. Wait, let's check our. What is my blight at? 60? This will give us 25. We get 85. Okay. We can stop by here and erase our negative effects. These guys respawn. Yeah. That's fine. They're like mad at this, but there's no big deal. Just in case the. Well, I guess he's down there, so I'm not worried about it. There we go. Looks like it also gave us some help too, which is lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okie dokie. Let's go. Probably wait till we get a little here. I'm gonna have the hall as that. I guess we could go like over, maybe? So we'll only have this ability for 11 minutes. Yeah, we can go about it, but... Maybe we can go this way? Yeah. This in the back. And remove it. And remove it. It does have a cooldown too, if you see down there. You can only use it once and then you have to wait for a cooldown. Now that we've killed an alpha, we have alphas that will spawn more ammo bottles. I just want to deal with them right now. Right up here. Another alpha going that way, that's crazy. Just waiting on this cooldown. So there's that, and then I believe there's another one. Which will go this one, because this goes to, I think, the blueprints of that one. Let's note the bandage and a circuit, and I believe we get a radio here too. Yeah, very nice, very nice. So that leads back, so we don't need to worry about that. That leads back like all the way to like the base. It's just a little shortcut that will unlock or like ways around. So there's mist and stuff that will hurt you. Which I guess I could have made. Now I have to make another one of but that's okay. too much for me. Am I in the mist? I might have died to the mist. Can't tell if that's the mist or if I'm just getting poisoned. That's fine. We'll just load last save. Quickly. So, see where we're at. I didn't know where it saved at. But. So instead of going through, we'll just hit that tether and then move away from it. Maybe. Where's the game going to freeze here? Okay, let me Alt F4 maybe? No? Just unresponsive. Let's stop it in Steam. No? There it goes. Okay. So we crashed. First crash I've had on this game, but that's okay. We will see what's going on. I'm wondering if it didn't like me reloading into an area so heavy with enemies. Oh, okay, cool. So save that. Should open that, open that. So we should have opened the other one as well. I'm gonna go this way. Which just really just circles back around to that. Just curious if we can fight the enemies like one after the other or how that works. He's doing. So this circles back around here, that goes here, that goes here. We go here and to the right. I think some of my stuns aren't even taking effect. There we go. Now the elf is coming, which is good because we took out all the posse, so now it's just us and him. I'm noticing I'm not getting much stuns or stunning power from my from my actual blocking. All my stunning was happening with just my attacks, so I don't know if that's like a bug that hopefully I don't have to die to fix, and it's just like a hey, you loaded in, just reset your game kind of deal. But yeah, so that's good. We got that part now, which I'm handy as well. I'm not sure if we'll need his. I'm not sure if his is needed to progress story, but I know the Alpha Tentaret or whatever it is, it definitely is needed for the story. I'm gonna use this here. We can't go any further because there's a mist there that will kill us, like really quickly, really like instantaneously. So we're just going to avoid that. I'm actually gonna go this way. I was not expecting that dog to appear. We can get our tether up too and kind of maybe hard hit it once or twice. And it all loaded now. These things hurt. That's what I was looking for, the vinegar. Okay, that, I'm starting to slow down a little bit, so I'm going to call it there. I'm going to head back. What we got? We should have done plenty of damage with the spear, so I can't upgrade its damage output now or its power output. I'm stuck.
Gotcha.
I circled around the wrong way. We're here. Oh, this is let's see. I can't. He's going on the ground. I can't hit him. Stamina. Not sure what the point of me hitting shit there was. It did not take me back whatsoever. Okay. 'Cause you're supposed to just be able to. Oh, I'm overloaded. That's why. That's why. That would make sense. I'm gonna stick to this road here. Now we gotta go that way for a mission later, which is not gonna be fun. That's basically where I ended my last one. Decided to just we'll reset the recording and everything. Because I just had like the groomer here for the dog, and I had to constantly go out to help, and it was just, you know, a lots of pauses and stuff, and I figured I would just start with a clean slate. So that's what I'm doing. Which, this is already super nice having this upgrade.
Here we go.
Definitely slow. Did find some amber. I have not gotten hard drives yet. We can get large containers now. Might as well. Okay. So now we're up to 500 in weight that I can put in here, which is gonna be a lifesaver. Will be that away as well. We'll be scrapping that. Well, I guess we won't be scrapping it because I found out that we needed that for an upgrade later on. A weapon upgrade. So now I'm gonna craft some more of these, but so now these are just protections. So but we've got some things that we can do. So, So I'm just basically preparing for the trip ahead. What are we talking about? I'm looking at this guy. So they do piercing and blunt. So piercing's their nails, which if you're facing them the entire time, that's what we're gonna be dealing with. We need more of that stuff. So I can't make any of that. So now we're gonna have to deal with a lot of those alphas up ahead. So I was hoping to get maybe some resistance toward that, but that's okay. So they're weak to this, which now we can do power, but we have no radio. Sad. Make
Finally.
bandage. We'll use our 10 for this. We need, I'd like to do efficiency in this. We need vinegar, so we don't have that. But go ahead and make one of these. And then, how was I seeing most of them? Are they down over here or were they up here? Oh, there's actually some I like the one out. Right? Yeah. So we are going to this is still technically here. And we'll put one of them in our menagerie. What? He ran right through it. But I may just leave it off at this. So I think the next time I get on, we'll be focusing on weapon upgrades. We'll go ahead and upgrade these while I'm at it. Power, we need power. So we can't do another. We can't actually upgrade power. So we continue the story. No idea what this serum is supposed to do. I've never made one, so I guess we could do that real quick. 5. I guess I could go ahead and read these very quickly. So we did find Steve's recipe. That's what we found at the very beginning, which gave us our initial serum. Then go find his notes because they're never in order. That's one thing I hope they fix when they do some patches. Here's all of John's. Steve, note 1. The serum is Serum is a blessing that turned out to be a curse. We thought that it's our salvation, a miraculous medicine that will protect us from the blight. We've been using it recklessly for half a century, oblivious to the danger. Soon, we'll have to pay for our ignorance. A fatal mutation will be the price. Within a decade, the serum will kill most earthly life forms. The rest will change into God knows what. If it comes to that, the world we all know will end. The corporation keeps it a secret and quietly looks for a solution. The work done by testers such as myself is in fact a research in disguise that makes it possible to find people with rare DNA that may result in immunity to the mutagen contained within. I guess I gotta click it. Contained within the serum. The corporation employs people with promising genetic features and tests them in its labs. Obviously, the testers don't have a clue. Richard told me all about it. I'll do anything to help him. After all, I owe him my life. So there's his first note. There's his second. All right. Richard wants to save another tester. His name is Adam Stewart. That's us. His level of immunity is similar to mine. The mutagen gets inside his body but doesn't alter his DNA permanently. It only causes a mutation-like infection that can be treated with an absorber. Richard's man claims that the corporation wants to use Adam's body to produce a neutralizer that could be added to the serum to stop the mutation development. This way, the world would never learn of the mutagen and the corporation would still be able to capitalize on the sale of the miraculous cure that protects people from the blight. Damn fools know that this experiment is likely to fail, but they're still willing to sacrifice the guy. The extraction procedure will kill Adam. We can't allow that to happen. There are other ways. So that's 2. All right. Did I not pick up his third note? Steve's note 3. Richard is a mystery to me. We talk a lot, but I still don't know much about him. He's secretive and he doesn't like to talk about himself. Still, at one occasion, I managed to get him to talk a little more. He mentioned that he works for the corporation because he wanted to help it save the world. I think he really believed it. Everything changed when the accident took place in the biomes. The corporation abandoned him and other survivors to their fate. Then he saw the truth. Since then, he's been observing every move of the corporation. He's got a man inside, maybe even several men. One of them got me out of the lab. Steve's note 4. 8th of January, 2097. Madamus Island, Ground Zero. My name is Steve Brown. I worked for the Evis Corporation as the serum tester. My ID is that I am partially immune to the mutagen. If you're reading my journal, 2 things may have happened. You either got it from me or you found it. In the first case, I'm safe and sound. In the second case, I'm dead. If I'm alive, happy reading. Otherwise, please don't continue. Give this journal to my wife. I kept it for her. And then there's 5. Months of tedious search paid off. I finally found a way to open the 3rd gate. I'm glad that Adam will join me soon, any day now. Richard's man will get him out of the corporate lab. With him, we'll stand a better chance. Note 6. Days seem endless. I keep picking implants I keep picking plants, hunting animals, producing the serum, and using the absorber. The same things over and over again. This daily routine is starting to drive me crazy. I already know every nook and cranny of this place. I need contact with another human being. Brief talks with Richard can't satisfy this need. So he's starting to go crazy. In the morning, I found myself chatting with a rotter, which is those like rabbit-like things. I don't know for how long I've been talking to it. I only came to my senses when I started to apologize to it for cutting its ears off. I think I might be losing it. Yeah, no, you're not getting there, not lying. I feel someone watching me. Richard thinks it's impossible. He claims that I'm the only person at Ground Zero, but I know better. Soon I'll prove it to him. Last note for Steve. I'm afraid when I leave the refuge, when I do so, everything seems to observe me. Plants, animals, stones even. I'm afraid that they'll eventually hurt me, that they'll all go for my throat at once. I need to get out of here. And that was the last note we got from him. There's the pilot note. Day 2, we crashed. Motherfucking controllers didn't inform us about the storm that broke out on our route. We flew into it unaware of the danger. A minute later, all hell broke loose around the plane. I'd never seen so many lightnings before. The first one hit the hull. The third one fried our electronics. My co-pilot James Tuck didn't survive the emergency landing. I buried him near the wreck. The storm pushed us off the route, so I don't know where I am. Looks like one of those specific islands. Seems desert. I'm assuming they mean deserted. An accident of some sort took place here, and I haven't seen any people yet. Only strange animals prowl around here. I have the serum supply for about 2 weeks and a sufficient amount of food. The damaged radio is my only real concern. I can't call for help without a functional radio. Fortunately, there's a junkyard in the northwest. I noticed it before we crashed. I hope I can find the necessary parts there. Captain David Prater. I don't think we have another pilot's note. We do not. So then we have John's notes. 6-1. I found a transport crate. I don't know who it belonged to, and frankly speaking, I don't care. I only hope I'll find something useful inside. I just need to open the lock. So John was the guy, the building that we first came across once entering Gate 1 that had the absorber that kind of cured us. There's lots of dead people. There was 2 rats, a few of those ticks, and then there was, I think they call them gutters. So let's see, or dolers. There's one of these in the basement, and they had kind of like a lab setup. So they do blunt damage, and they're susceptible to slashing and blunt. That's why I've been using the machete. Okay, so we're looking for 2. We were too eager to believe that we could succeed. The absorbers turned out to be imperfect. They absorb the mutagen only partially, treating the symptoms and not the cause. As a side effect, the mutagen gets into the DNA structure more easily, and the result, after a lengthy period of latency, the mutagen attacks the organism with double force, leading to a violent death. The device can be used only by subjects with 3rd-degree immunity attribute. So the research proved that the mutagen doesn't get into their DNA, but only causes an infection. In their cases, the absorbers work properly. They eliminate negative effects caused by the serum. However, this is true only for 0.001% of the population. What about the rest? John's note 3. If hell exists, we'll all fry in it. We killed thousands of animals. We conducted countless illegal experiments, all for nothing. We didn't manage to develop a neutralizer that could stop the mutation development. Billions will die due to our incompetence. The serum will kill everyone and everything soon. Those damn Titterets will survive everything. Recently, I've noticed one passing through the toxic fog. It seems that the mutation not only increased their aggression, but also their stamina. Maybe Tinterets are the answer? I'll try to make an anti-fog serum out of them. And then should be a 5th one. Yeah, 5. All for nothing, the anti-fog serum I made of a mangy tintoret I caught near the refuge turned out to be ineffective. My immunity to the toxic fog increased, but I'm still unable to pass through it. Strange. I was sure it would work. We have a 6 note from John. I have a 7. Yeah, there we go. I finally got it. Tintorets consume the greenish secretion of the alpha male on a regular basis. That's the reason why they can pass through the toxic fog. I'm sure that an anti-fog serum made of this motherfucker will increase my immunity to such an extent that I would be able to pass through it as well. I just need to hunt it down. There are a lot of rodents hanging around the bridge behind the petrol station. They come from the sewage treatment plant nearby. I bet they have their nest there. I'll check it out tomorrow. Hopefully I can lure the male alpha out of his hiding place. Number 7. His last note that I believe. Let's see. So we got John. Yeah, we don't have an 8th note from John. At least not yet. There might be one, but I don't have one yet. I was surprised by the aggression and territoriality of the tintorets. The specimens I encountered so far usually got out of my way and avoided direct confrontation. The situation changed, however, when I entered their territory. In a matter of seconds, I was surrounded by a swarm of hissing, livid rodents. I had to escape. Had I stayed there, they would have devoured me alive. Or they would devour me alive. Alright, so that was the last note we got from John. That we found from John, anyway. So we read all of Steve's notes, all of John's notes that I have, and we found a pilot note. And that's all the extra lore that we have right now, other than just... These are all the dialogues we went through, so... Let's see. This is the one that got cut off. No, maybe not. Nope, that doesn't work. So this is what happened right before I walked too far and it did the cutscene and cut off the dialogue, but it doesn't look like we missed much. So these are our point of interests that we found. We found a wolf's lair, gates, gate 1, 2, and 3, the cable car, the water treatment plant, which is where the first alpha rat that we encountered was, the gas station. This is our first cable car by our base. Node is our base. And then we have just kind of, the Woodland Refuge was John's area. And the woodland biome is just our first biome. So, and so far we have the radio for Richard. We have the cable car key from Steve, and we also have his ID. So what we've learned so far are necro bugs, those tiny little tick-looking things. They're, really easy to kill, 20 health. They do blunt damage. They don't really have any susceptibilities or resistances because they're so low health. The tintorets, which are those little rats that spew things at you and then will attack you if you get close enough. They have 60 health. They're more susceptible to blunt damage. They resist toxic because they spit toxic, and they do piercing damage. We have not gotten one of these yet. That's what I put a trap down for. Just the rats. They're no harm. And then we have our... first, let's go over. So we had the tintoret, and then we have their tintoret king is their alphas, which we can get their liver for, which helps us make the anti-mist, anti-fog stuff, which I can show you here. Toxic mist resistance, which is what John was on about. And they have 600 health. They do piercing, blunt, and venom. Their blunt is from their tail. Their venom is if they spit at you from a distance. And their piercing are those claws there. Those nasty claws. They don't like piercing very well. They do 30% susceptibility to piercing. So that's why I use the spear when I fight that thing. And they resist slashing and toxic, which our slashing is our machete. We don't have anything toxic at the moment. I'm sure I could probably put something on, maybe. To help with maybe the dogs, but And we don't have anything blunt yet, which these things are more susceptible to blunt than they are piercing, like their predecessor. And then, so our wolves here, they give us the wolf skull and the wolf's blood, which I'm pretty sure we need for... Yeah, so we need their skulls for slashing resistance. And that seems to be it. I don't think we need their blood for anything at the moment. So I guess if we were to, let's see, I'm curious. If we were to cycle it, we could get a good amount of like mind, body, resin, and whatever that is. But let's see. So yeah, they do slashing because they just kind of slap at you. They have 200 health, and so they are susceptible to piercing. So I need to actually use my spear against this guy here too. I thought it was the opposite. I thought they were more susceptible to slashing, but my spear, I upgraded the speed on it so I could hit him faster, so that's what I was using. But so yeah, they are actually resistant to slashing and blunt and toxic. So toxic wouldn't even work against these guys either. And the bassinet is their alpha. And we get his bassinet's aneurysm, which is what we use. Let's see, is it for... This? No? So we haven't learned it yet. We just need to craft some more serums, and then we'll unlock more as we go. So, but I know we'll need it for something. I just don't remember what, unless it's one of these. Nope. But yeah, so we get his aneurysm apparently, and we get their liver. Those are the two main ingredients we get from those guys. He has 550 health, so it's 50 less than the actual Tenterat. He doesn't spit at you, which is super nice, but he usually travels in a pack, so that's something to take into consideration. So we have killed it, but we haven't learned any of its resistances or susceptibilities yet, and he does slashing damage. And these guys are weak to slashing and blunt. These guys are, the first stage of human mutation. So what we would become if we allowed our wildness to max out. Which I'd assume from our point of view, we would just drop dead. So we do get their kidneys and their cerebellum, which I'm not... Oh, wait. Yep. So we use their kidney here and piercing resistance. And I don't think we don't have any idea what their other ingredient or other piece would be used for ingredients wise. But they have 400 health, so about, above your average and below your extremes. And they do blunt damage. So I guess that would make sense that we get... That wouldn't make sense, actually, at all, that we use their stuff to get piercing resistance. Unless they have... Yeah, they do have piercing resistance. Okay, so they are resistant to piercing, so I guess that does make sense in a way. But yeah, so that's everything we've learned other than the fauna, which this will be our bread and butter here. This is going to be what we're going to use as our base for everything. And then if we can upgrade it, I'm assuming it'll stay the same cost, but we'll be dropping down to not getting any wildness from its base, and then increasing our protection as well. But we can also, like this, we can tag on, so we can get up to 3 in 1 vial. Which for these, let's see, yeah, we could still upgrade these as well, which reduces it a tiny bit, increases our health recovery. I think the main goal would be to basically get to where you get as little wildness as possible, so you don't have to find one of those cleansers. But there's still some plants which doesn't look like there's very much to discover in the other 2 biomes that we're supposed to go through in this story. So And we have 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have 8 in the first biome, and we only have 6 in the other, combined with the other 2. So I guess we'll only find maybe 1 separate. These look like they may be one biome, and I'm actually pretty positive. I can't click on these, but I'm pretty positive. If it shows up here anyway, I know there are trees that we can hit over there. Like in
Hello?
that gate one.
Is there anybody out there?
Oh.
Hello, Richard.
Oh, so this is what happens. You
Who
play
are
it and then
you?
you back out.
Identify yourself.
I just didn't think it worked.
Adam Stewart. Serum tester ID 1XC027.
Where's Steve?
He's dead.
Alright, I'm going to craft up some of these so I don't forget next time I get on. So that was just the little audio I tried to play because I accidentally cut it off earlier and I didn't realize you had to actually back out of your menu for that. But yeah. Alright. That's pretty much everything. These are just see, these are just your tutorials. But alright, well, I'm gonna call it there. So this will be, I guess, I usually try to make it kind of like episode 1, episode 2 to kind of keep it like easy. Like, hey, you want to watch this? You can watch it for however long you want to watch it. Break it up, watch it all in one go. You know, if you're laying down and you're just bored, whatever. But yeah, so this is my very first episode of Serum, the one that actually didn't get all screwed up with wait times and constant attention divination. So thanks.